So, what do I think? What is my favorite Nick Drake song? What is my favorite Nick Drake album? I have no, because my situation is that when I was 23, I think, started this writing this book. I sort of moved into his songs, and uh, Rodney Drake gave me a tape with a lot of songs I did not know, and they came out later on an album called Family Tree. I think it's called from from it's something Brighter Music has made together with Gabriel Drake, and there's all these songs, and I played them constantly. And if you woke me up in the night, I would I could quote every Nick Drake song. So so I stayed in these songs for 5 or 6 years. It took me 2 years or something to write the book, the first biography, about Nick Drake. And then I started looking for a publisher. And that took me 5 years. Yeah. And all that time, I sort of, I was the Danish ambassador for Nick Drake. So when I went to England in 80, I met him all the time. Nobody knew him. Besides, there was a few folk musicians who knew him. But so I sort of, the songs sort of became my children or a part of me. So I can say I have Nick Drake songs that means a lot to me when I go different places. Example, when I listen to the chime of a city clock, this is for me the ultimate London song. I think it's the best song ever written about London, and every time I hear it, I mean, the pictures of London comes to me, and I start longing for London because I love London. And a song, I played on the pedestrian street in Copenhagen to earn money for my study, and the only Nick Drake song I learned to play was a song called Northern Sky, because it's quite easy to play. You can tune your guitar in I think I don't remember, it was E or D. I tuned it in, and it's a very strong song. So I learned to play that. So you see how good a guitar player I am. I had the chance to go through his record collection, because when I visited Far Leys the first time, I stayed in the music. I was in the music room, and I looked at his albums, and it was, there was Bach, there was Bert Jansch, early Bert. There was a record he had played many, many times was Astral Weeks by Van Morrison. There was the Beatles' Rubber Soul, Revolver. There was jazz music, there was soul music. It was not a big record collection, a small one. I think maybe 50 records or something. But some of them surely had been played many times. And you could see it because there were coffee stains. And also you can see some, that looked like cigarette ashes burned through the sleeves on it. So he had played it many times. So, but I think the strongest influence on Nick Drake was his mother, Molly Drake, because she played the piano. And when she played the piano, you could sort of hear, a song like Way to Blue. She played a bit on the piano. And I sort of, immediately, I thought, well, this is sounding like a Molly Drake song. So she composed herself, and Nick was brought up with this music. So I think she was a big influence on him. Everything Nick got hold of, he made it his own, his own song. He transformed everything into his own sort of key.